What's good, guys? You're back with Jono for another quick math lesson. Today we're going to be talking about one of the best things in the world, and that's a tax refund, okay? This is a very happy time of the year, all right? Once you start getting into the workforce, especially if you're working part-time, when the tax refund comes back in, all of your mates suddenly have a bit of money that you can throw around, okay? So when it happens is at the end of the financial year, so just after June and July, all right? So you put your tax in. The government throughout the year doesn't trust you to have saved up the amount of tax you owe in one hit in July, okay? They know that you're probably going to spend that money. So instead what they do is they take a little bit of the tax out during the year, all right? But they have to calculate that tax off your gross income. And as we've spoken about, you get taxed off your taxable income, not your gross income. So you're usually entitled to a little bit of money. In Australia, the average tax refund for a person is about $2,500, which is awesome, all right? So the gross income doesn't include any deductions or donations that you made throughout the year. So if you bought stuff essential to your work, you don't have to pay tax on that. But the government's already taken out a little bit of money from your tax for that, okay? So that's not fair, so you're gonna get that back in your tax refund. The other thing that it doesn't really account for is variable work, okay? Back when I used to work at uni, I would have holidays where I worked heaps, and then all through the term, I didn't work very much. But during those holiday times, I was getting taxed like I worked that much throughout the entire year. So I was getting taxed at a really high rate, even though for the year I didn't earn that much money. So when my tax refund came back, I got all that tax back that they charged me during the year. So it's a very, very good thing, all right? So we call this type of tax pay-as-you-go tax, or pay-G, all right? The questions that you're going to get asked in an HSC or just in a test is to work out how much tax refund you could be eligible for if they've taken this amount of tax. And what that really means is you've got to work out how much tax you should owe and compare that to the amount of tax you have paid. So for this question, we've earned $49,000 for the year, and we've had $2,000 worth of deductions. We've paid throughout the year 11 grand in tax. Should we get a tax refund? And if we should get one, how much should we expect to get? So the first thing here we've got to do is find out what our taxable income is. So our taxable income. So the gross income here was $49,000. Minus the deductions, our taxable income is $47,000. So that's step one. The next step is to work out how much tax we should pay on this. If you are finding using the tax tables a bit difficult, my previous video went into this. So we're in this tax bracket here, which means we just have to read across from this one. So we've got 5,092 plus 0.325 bracket $47,000 minus $45,000. So that's equal to $5,742. That's how much tax you should pay, but you've paid 11 grand throughout the year. So we're gonna get a big tax refund here, all right? So to work out our refund, we put in the amount we have been taxed, or the $11,000, minus the amount we should get taxed, and that number is our tax refund, which for this example is $5,258. Unfortunately though, if you don't pay enough tax during the year, you can actually owe tax as well, which is way sadder. It's not as common, but it can happen. So we're just going to see what happens in this example. So for this one, we've got our taxable income is the gross minus our deductions. So $135,000 minus $3,000, which is equal to $132,000. So that's our taxable income. That's in this tax bracket here. So we've got to work out how much tax we actually should pay. So that's 29467 plus 37 cents for every, which is our amount, minus the tax threshold. So if you type this into your calculator, you get $33,907. So that's how much tax we should pay for the year. But in this example, it said we've paid $350 a week. So we've got to see how much tax we've actually paid for the year. So our pay-as-you-go tax is the $350 multiplied by 52, which is equal to $18,200. So that's obviously way less than what we should have paid. So to work out how much money we owe, we have to take the money we should have been taxed minus what we have been taxed, and the difference there is our tax owing. So we owe the government here 15 grand basically, which is way less fun than a tax refund. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found that helpful. Just a reminder that there are some free worksheets attached in the description below relating to this very topic. I also put up a PDF of the notes so you don't have to copy them from the video. If you do need any additional help, please don't be scared to send me an email. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel for some more quick math.